Hello, my name is Austin. I'm the CEO and founder of the Options Auto Trader. In this video, I'm going to walk through a complete walkthrough of the Options Auto Trader platform so that you know how to use it to generate consistent profits using options bots. In this video, we're going to start from the very beginning, which is creating your own account. So if you haven't created an account yet, go to app.optionsautotrader.com/register. You'll put in your name, your email, and your password. And given you have an active subscription tied to that email address, you'll be able to create your account. If you already have an account, you can click on sign in and just sign in from here. I recommend though that you actually add this sign in page to your favorites list so that you can come back to it at any time. I'm going to log in myself, show you how it works. You just put in your name and password and you're able to log in and you're brought directly to the dashboard. Once you're on the dashboard, I'm going to walk you through pretending like you've never been set up before just so we can go through all the basics. First thing you want to do is you want to connect your broker. So you'll click on your profile image, you'll click on connect your broker, and you'll see a list of all the brokers that we support. Currently, we support tastytrade, Charles Schwab, thinkorswim, Tradier, TradeStation, and of course our own paper trading account. So you just simply click on a broker. Let's say I want to connect my tastytrade account. I'll click on create connection. It takes me straight to their website, gives me the ability to sign in. I may have to do some extra verification to be like, I approved the Options Auto Trader, all that stuff through the broker site. Once you're done, it redirects you back and you are officially connected with that broker. Once you've connected your brokers, as many as you want to connect, so you'll see all the brokers in this top left-hand corner in this drop-down. You can see here, my paper account, my tastytrade account, Tradier account, TradeStation, a thinkorswim account, paper trading account, another tastytrade, and another Charles Schwab. You can see all the accounts listed there, and I can switch between them. Whatever is showing here is the boss that I have for this specific account. So this specific paper trading account is what's showing right now. It's showing you my net liquidity, how much money I have in the account, showing me how much buying power is currently being used for this account, how much money has been made since running these bots, and the profit and loss that is currently open. It also shows me all the bots associated with this account right here. If I want to switch, I can switch to a different account and I'll see different metrics. That's the dashboard page, but let's get into creating your first auto trader. On the dashboard, there is a create auto trader black button right here. You'll be able to click on that and you're now given two different options. When you're creating your first options auto trader, you can either pick an auto trader or you can create an auto trader. In this video, we're going to walk through both. The easiest one is to pick your own auto trader. So when you come here, by default, we show you our list of starter bots. These starter bots are the best ones for different scenarios. If you're looking for the best daily income strategy, you have this one, the best long-term income strategy, the best all market strategy, and the best small account strategy. You can see here. My personal favorite and one that I currently run on my $200,000 account to this day is the Ready, Steady, Retire. This one is absolutely amazing. Also the biweekly rainmaker and the put spready. This one is not my favorite. I'm not a fan of 0 and 1 DTE. That's just a personal preference, but you can still use it if you'd like. But I recommend these long-term ones as a way to test it out. As always, I like to make sure you're on paper trading first when you're testing out your first bots. You can easily move a paper trading to your live account. Super simple, and I'll show you that here in a little bit. But we have the starter bots. We have the public bots. This is our list of about 12 or so different bots that work very well in the market. These are ones that I've back tested, ones that I've traded with over the last 5 years, and ones that our members are currently using to generate a lot of profit. So that's why they're there. You also have the options bot portfolio system. This is how we combine different bots and allow them to run in different types of markets so they all complement each other and generate returns no matter what the market does. We have a Your Templates library. As you start sharing templates and sharing bots with members, which you're able to do inside our Discord, you'll see all the ones that you've shared and all the ones that you copied inside of here so that you can start using them if you'd like. That is the strategy database. If you want to get started with one like the Ready, Steady, Retire bot, which I absolutely recommend, or the biweekly rainmaker, or let's just say a small account friendly one, you just click on start using this bot. And it actually preloads all the settings for you, the entry rules, the trade details, the management rules. All you need to do is put in an amount for how much money this bot should use. At a minimum, you have to put this because it takes $2,000 to place at least one trade. So we want to make sure we always have one trade running, or the bot has the ability to have enough money to put on one trade. So I'm going to put on 2,000 here and I'll be good to go. So I click save and continue. Just like that, I can see all the trade configurations, how it's picking, what symbol it's using, the entry timing, exit conditions, how it's protecting the account, If I agree with all that, I'll just click authorize and save AutoTrader, and it will immediately bring me back to the dashboard, where I'll be able to see the new AutoTrader up here on this page. So that's how you pick one, but let's go and create AutoTrader again and create one from scratch. You can see the whole process. So we also have create an AutoTrader. This allows you to take full reins, full control of how a bot is built. Now, if you want to use one of our pre-built ones, you can click on naked puts, calls, credit spreads, debit spreads, iron condors, iron butterflies, butterfly spreads, ratio spreads, strangles, straddles, and all the 1-1-1 variations, which if you click on that, it preloads it here. You can see if I click on a strangle, you can see it preloads it with a put that I'm selling, -1 quantity means I'm selling. So a put that I'm selling and a call that I'm selling. So it structures it automatically for a strangle. If I want to completely build from scratch, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on Create AutoTrader, and I'm going to click on Custom. This allows me to completely build from scratch. So if I want to do something like a calendar, or something like a Jade Lizard, or something completely abstract that we don't have on the list, just go to Custom and you're able to do that. So let me show you an example. This one kind of encompasses a lot, but let's say we want to do a calendar spread. So a calendar spread takes 2 legs. Right now you can see here I have 1 details for 1 trade leg. If I go into another, I can do it just like that. I'll click the symbol, and then right here, I'm able to apply a DTE for all the contracts. But if we're doing a calendar spread, I can click this button here which says create to click a calendar. And just like that, now I have a DTE that I can set for each specific option. So if we look at this option right here, let's say I want to sell the 30 delta put. So that means put delta the 30, and I want to sell 1, that means -1. And I want that to be, let's say, a 30 DTE is our target. Then let's say I'm going to, again, buy a put. Let's say we want it to be the same strike price here. So whatever was picked here, I want it to be the same. So that's when I use strike offset. Strike offset means whatever the one above it, I want to do something different. And so I'm going to look at that. I'm going to pick the same strike. This means I'm going to look at whatever was picked here for the 30 delta, and I'm going to buy the exact same one. But I'm going to put a +1 here to indicate that I'm buying it. And then 2 days until, or what do I want for the expiration date here? Let's say I want to do something like 90 days out, right? This is the put that I'm buying to hold the position, I'm selling against it. However it is you want to do that, this is just an idea of how it can be done. There's also an exact strike match option here. It's recommended to be disabled, but for people who are trading anywhere from 0 to 1 DTE, it may be best to enable this, which means it's only going to pick the exact strike price. What does that mean? It means that if you have any overlapping trades where, let's say, you already have a trade on at SPY 30 delta, 30 DTE, so we're not going to put on a trade there because there's already one that exists in your account, then we'll find the next closest, which will probably be the 29 delta. Instead of looking for the 29 delta, it would stop it if it was enabled because it wants the exact 30 delta match. By default, it's just disabled. Save and continue. That's how you customize the trade details. Underneath next, we show the entry conditions, which we show you how often should the spot enter. You can pick once a month, every other week, once a week, multiple times a week, or multiple times per day. Multiple times per week is pretty standard, doing something like Tuesday, Thursday entries. So now this means on Tuesday and Thursday, it will enter the trade. I can pick all the days I'm comfortable with it entering. And then in addition to that, you pick the session. What time of day do you want it to enter? You can either pick any session, which means any time during the market open, 9:30 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard is any time. Morning session is 9:30 to 11. Lunch is 11 to 1. And then the afternoon is 1 to 4. How that's structured. Or you can pick a specific time. If you want to enter at a specific time interval, you can put that in. Or if you want to enter during a specific time range, you can put, hey, between this start time and this exit time, I want to enter. Doing the afternoon session is pretty standard for me. That's what I pick. It allows most of the volatility to go throughout the day, and I can get an enter toward the overnight data indicator that's starting. There's also other conditions here like market conditions, whether if you want to enter on red days, you want to prevent from entering on FOMC days, self-produced risks. This is mainly for 0 to 1 DTEs. If you want to enter on half days, you can disable that because I know there's less volume on those days. If you want to make sure the stock has either moved a certain amount intraday, which means throughout that day it's moved a certain amount, or I want to make sure that overnight it's gapped a certain percentage, all those are classified under market conditions. Underneath VIX entry rules, you're basically looking at what has the volatility index done, VIX, which could be things like where is the price for it? What was the overnight movement? What was the intraday movement? This is very helpful for people who want to set up like VIX specific bots. Hey, if VIX is spiking intraday or scalped up overnight, then I want to put on some hedges. I want to buy some puts. There's great conditions for that. Open trade rules. So if you want to make sure that you collect a minimum credit, a minimum profit, a minimum debit, or however it is you're structuring the trade. If you want to make sure that you have a minimum reward to risk percentage based on your take profit and stop loss, all that can be set here. You also have indicator rules. This allows you to set up and more align your bot with the market. You can do things like a simple moving average, an exponential moving average, RSI, opening range breakout, or you can even enable a webhook. A webhook would allow you to integrate with something like TradingView, which you can get into in our help desk section on webhooks, which I'll show you here in a little while. You also have trend following rules. We have our own proprietary trend following system, and you can use that trend following kind of indicator and method to make sure that your bots are aligned with that. By save and continue from there. Next, we have our set management conditions. Once we've entered the trade, how do we want the bot to manage it? We're going to manage it based on a take profit percentage or a stop loss or early management. These are the three most common. These are the ones that I use. I don't use anything other than this. So take profit percentage is typically around the 50% range. If I already have a spread or something that's already defining my risk, I do an early management. If I don't have a risk defined, I use a stop loss. That's pretty much my methodology there. But there's also more rules under take profit. For instance, you can convert a take profit into a trailing after it's hit that amount or anything like that. You can do stop loss rules where you do stop loss amount, like a dollar amount, an option price amount, whatever it is you want to do. You can also do trailing. You can do early management rules as well. If you want to exit at a specific time, certain days and trades. You can do other management rules, which include things like, hey, I want to exit the trade when this happens. I want to close at the short strike. However you want to manage the trade, we have a way to manage it. And unlike any other software at the moment, there is a way to actually roll trades. So you can roll trades at a certain mark. So maybe, hey, once we get to the 21-day mark, I want to roll those trades. So once we hit, let's say, 21 days left on the trade, I want to roll that trade. And I want to roll it to a further expiration, or that means keeping the same strikes the same and just rolling to a further expiration. So that would look like keeping the strikes the same and going 5 days further out into the future. Or you can just roll to a brand new trade, which again means closing that trade and just rolling it into a new one. And so all that can be done underneath the rolling rules. So once you've structured the trade, once you've managed the entry rules and the exit rules, then we have account safeguards. This helps to make sure that your account is protected no matter what happens. So by default, you need to use the minimum buying power required, $1,000 to do this. So 1,000 is the requirement. You can put as much as you'd like. There's also more safeguards that you can look into, like adjusting your buying power based on VIX. This helps reduce a lot of VIX-based risk. You can use our early market warning signal to get out before market crashes. I can set a max number of trades and account buying power usage, which means, hey, if my overall account has used more than 50% of its capital, do not put on another trade. You can do things like that. I'll click Save and Continue. And as always, you're shown a Review and Activate page. This shows you what it's doing. It's spelling a 30 delta. It's going to buy another SPY with zero offset, which means it's going to go $0 away from this one. So AKA the same exact strike. It's going to enter daily at 1 p.m. EST, the afternoon session. Again, the timing should be Tuesday and Thursday on this. Exit if the option is in the money 30 minutes before. It's going to roll at 21 DTE and has $1,000 buying power. So all the rules we set, we can see here clearly. We can authorize and save the auto trader. Once we save it, we're brought to the dashboard to see that. If I want to immediately turn this bot off, I can click on this power button. This will turn that bot off. That way I can edit the settings, I can review it, I can check it out without going and immediately placing a trade. That's kind of how we create stuff. Another way to do bots, though, is actually to look at the leaderboard. So in addition to giving you access to a way to fully automate your options trading, we also show you what's working in the market right now based on live accounts. So this leaderboard is not based on paper accounts or paper trading. These are live accounts, live verified profits coming from these bots. So if you want to look at it, you can see it either based on dollar return or percentage. So you can see what people are doing. You can see so far this month, somebody's bot is up 11.78%, 10%, 5%, 4%. These are things that people would love to make in a single year. People are making in a month. And so what is cool about showing you this? If you have a bot, you really, let's say, wow, this one's doing well. I can click on this. I can see their performance metrics. But most importantly, I click on import this bot. If I click on import this bot, you'll see exactly what it does. It imports it and it takes me over to the strategy database. underneath my templates because I just imported this bot right here. And then I can import this bot and use this bot. So this is exactly how we share with each other on Discord. We share bot templates. All the templates that you either share with someone or that you copy from someone else all go inside your templates. These are just for you. And then again, you can click on this import button, and now you'll be able to use this bot. It'll preload all the settings and just say how much money you want to trade with. But just like that, you can see that we have people literally in a single month so far. As I record this video, we're only halfway through this month, but made $10,000 in a single month, $7,000, $5,000, $4,000, lows here, $3,000. That's only just number 10, but literally people are crushing it with these bots. So I really hope this encourages you to get started. Okay. So those are all the ways that you can create bots. Now, once we have a bot, what do we do with it? Typically, you just hands off. The whole goal of this system is to remove emotion, to remove human bias, to get away from the screen and just to let the strategy and let the system work. So the best way to do that is to set up your bot, let it run and check it once a week. That's what I do. That's my typical process where every single Friday I'll check on my positions. I'll see how they're doing. I really just am checking to see the performance. There's nothing I change or adjust on it. Okay, that's all I do. You can also check it daily if you'd like. But once you click on a bot, what you'll be able to see is my paper account and this bot's doing well. It wants me to move it over to my live account. But you can see here, it shows us the overview. It shows us the performance over time, some key metrics that we want to look at. It shows me my trade history between open trades and closed trades. It shows me my performance data. This will help me deep dive into what's wrong with this bot if it's underperforming so I know what to fix. Show me bot transparency. This is a very important section. It shows you every time your bot tries to enter what it does. As you can see here, it tried to enter 6 days ago and failed. So this is really useful because I can go in and I can look at, okay, this failed. Why did it fail and how can I fix it? So I can see here the bot triggered an entry based on my entry rules. Cool. It created the order for the trade. It located the right strike prices. It submitted a dry run to the market. And it said here failed because of new trade buying power, which means that it failed because it didn't have enough buying power to place a trade. So if I click here, buying power check failed. Okay. What does this mean? It means that it needs more buying power to place trade. You can see here it's currently using 16,000. It has 5,000 currently available, but I know that this trade takes about 7,000 per trade. So since 7,000 for a new trade is more than what is left here available, it didn't place the trade. So I can either just ignore it and let it be, or I can go in here into my settings icon underneath account safeguards, and I can actually increase my buying power limit, and this will allow the trade to go through the next time it triggers. So that's what bot transparency is useful for. If you're having a bot that's having a hard time entering, you can go in here and see where exactly did it fail and how to fix it. You also have your trade log. This is pulled directly from your broker, which is awesome. You can click the export button as well. You can either export for a specific bot that you're looking at or for all the bots in the account. And that just allows you to do your own research on trades as you'd like. When you're looking at these action buttons, you have a plus button. This allows you to manually import a trade. This means, hey, maybe you want to watch the market. You want to nail the perfect entry based on your indicators, based on everything you're looking at. And you're going to click enter on the broker. And once you do that, you enter the trade. But you want the options auto trader to manage the exit of the trade. We have a lot of members who do this. They enter the trade themselves. They hand the trade over to the options auto trader, and then they manage the exit for them so they can go about their day. So you simply click the plus button, click on import a trade. I have no trades to import because it's a paper account, but just like that, it would show you the options positions available. You just click on the ones you want to import into this, click import, and now it will create a new trade record underneath open trades, and our system will monitor that and exit based on your exit rules. Also, if you want to fire off a trade right now, you can go to that plus button, click on place a trade. This will help you immediately place a trade and get into one right now if you'd like. Maybe, oh man, the market's perfect for this one bot I'm using, but it's not Thursday at 12 o'clock or whatever. You can then just click on the green and place a trade, and it will place that trade for you right there. The gear icon right here is to view and edit your settings, so you can see everything from the strategy details. You can change this to the entry rules to when it's entering, to the management rules to how it's going to close the trade, and the account safeguards. What I also love is the trade preview method. What this does is it shows you how it's actually going to place that trade. So underneath strategy details, you said this symbol, this DTE, this strike selection method, and if you want to make sure that it's going to place the exact strikes and the exact rules that you want, you just click generate trade preview, Depending on the complexity of the trade, it may take a little while to place it. You can see here it'll take a few seconds. But what it's doing is if it's to place a trade right now, it's locating all the strike prices that you said, the DTE. And now you can see it here, buy to open this one, sell to open this one. You can see the exact strikes it picked. You can see the prices. You can see the prices going to come in at and the buying power required. So just like that, it shows you at a high level overview based on what you set up for the auto trader. This is how it will pick a trade. This is the way that I love to confirm, especially when I'm doing a custom trade, that I set up the trade correctly so I can make sure, okay, it's picking the right strikes I wanted, it's around the right price and all that stuff. You can also add notes about the auto trader. Okay, this is, or maybe this is where the bot came from. This is why I'm using this. It works best in this market. Whatever notes you want to set up for it, you can also have note taking there. So that is how you edit and review a bot. Now let's say, like we are right now, we're in a paper account and we want to move this over to our live account. If your bot is making money and doing well, it's going to prompt you to push it into the live account. But what if you just want to go there and you're not seeing this? You're going to click on this share button. Share Auto Trader. This is what you click if you want to share with friends or family members or other members of Options Auto Trader. If you want to move it between accounts, you click Duplicate Auto Trader. So I click Duplicate. And I'll simply just pick the broker I want to move it into. Maybe I want to move it into this live account. I click on that. I click Duplicate Auto Trader. It's going to copy all the settings, all the rules, everything of this bot and put it into my live account that I just selected, but it will keep the bot turned off. So by default, I'll have the bot turned off so that I can go in, I can edit and make sure it's right before I set it live. But that's how you move it from your paper account to your live account. Sweet. So we covered a lot so far. How to connect your broker, different ways to pick and use a bot, how to edit the bot, how to review the settings, how to turn it off and on, how to manually add trades, all of which are very great. Now I want to talk about some of the other things like our resources. Underneath the resources, you have our help center. This is amazing. Definitely go to the help center. This is where I documented everything behind it, all the settings inside of the software, how it works, why it works. Everything you want to know is inside of this help center, most of which have a detailed video explaining it. You can also watch a product video tour, which is what this is right here. It's just an in-depth walkthrough of the platform. You can join our Discord community, which I highly recommend. We do weekly Q&A calls. I'm also in there to help you guys out, and I share announcements there as well. We have chat support. So again, if I move my face right here, we have access to support. If you click, that will immediately allow you to start chatting with our live support team. They're very knowledgeable on everything options. I would absolutely love to help you. We also have the Options Trading Toolbox. This is a companion tool for the Options Auto Trader, a completely different website, but if you have an Options Auto Trader subscription, you get free, unlimited access to the Options Trading Toolbox, which includes tools like live GEX data, option screeners, back testers, trade ideas, and so much more. So those are some of the resources you get. Also to highlight is underneath here, you have your profile tab. Inside of your profile tab, you can change your name, your email, photo if you want. This photo doesn't appear to anyone else but yourself. You have passwords, you have two-factor authentication. So if you want to secure your account, because again, your brokers are connected and you want more than just an email and password connection, what you can do is you can enable phone authentication, which is where, you'll get texted a code in addition to using your email and password, just an extra way to secure it. You can also see all the browser sessions using your login right now. You can remove them, restrict them. Maybe you have a phone, an iPad, a laptop, and then maybe you went to the library or something crazy like that and you logged in there and you want to come in here and you want to make sure you're officially deleted from the library's computer system. You can just click that and it'll move that log history. Also have access to API. If you're someone who enjoys manually coding yourself, we do have an API so that you can integrate with that to manage your bots and all that stuff using code. Again, very few people use this, but for those who do use it, they absolutely love it. We have other software settings. For instance, if you want to set your own custom time zone, whether you're Central, MST, PST, whatever it is. If you don't want your bots to show up on the leaderboard, you can disable that so that it doesn't show up if you want to stay private, which is all fine. We also have a trade notification setting. So if you want to control how many notifications you're getting, because maybe you're getting a lot of emails and you want less, the way you would do that is you can actually pick notification settings per broker. So for instance, right here, the Tasty Trade, I can see what it's showing. So for this broker, it's showing me winning trades, losing trades, failures, if a bot fails, bot creation or deletion notifications, and it's showing me if my broker disconnects. So if I don't want to show everything, I can click on what I want to show and not show for each broker. Right here we have broker connection. So if I want to update the name of it, maybe I didn't like the name, I click on it and it's going to show me this, and I can update the broker name, updated name, and then click on update broker name. If I want to disconnect the broker, which again, be very careful before you do that, because if you disconnect the broker, then it will delete all the trade history, all the bots and everything associated with that broker. But you click on disconnect, you just say disconnect permanently, and then it'll disconnect you. And then right here is the manage subscription section. You can cancel your subscription here. You can view all subscriptions here, or you can view your current subscription, which shows you when it renews, your credit card on file. If you want to update anything like that, all that can be done there. So that is a high level overview of the Options Auto Trader, walking through it. If you have any questions, you have the live chat there on the right side, but it's pretty simple, guys. Get started with one of our starter bots on the strategy database, or copy one of the proven bots on the leaderboard, and you should be able to start doing very well. If you have any questions, you have access to Discord. I'm inside of there. Just as a reminder, I will not DM you. I will not message you on Discord. So if you see a message coming from me, it is not from me. There are scammers in Discord who try to pretend to be me. They steal my image and name. Be aware of that if you're not new to Discord. But anyways, that's where we chat. We also do a weekly Q&A call in Discord / on our Options Auto Trader YouTube channel. So anyways, guys, welcome to the Options Auto Trader. I am so glad you're here. This has been a labor of love over the last 2.5 years of putting this together and perfecting it to actually help people make money, as you see from the leaderboard and as you hear from others online. And I'm so excited that you are now jumping in and checking this out for yourself. This was the walkthrough. If you have any questions, I'm here for you. Enjoy, and I hope I get to talk to you soon and hear about your great successes.